Hello and welcome back to a new series of videos that are going to be appearing in the coming weeks and months. Um, Basically, in my ongoing quest to be better at doing bosses and things like that, I'm going to be explaining some of the ways that I do certain bosses and mini games and things like that, explaining the most efficient ways of doing them and everything like that. This week, to start you off easy, is the giant mole. So I recently went there with a clan mate of mine, did a few kills, but yeah, it's a good starter boss for people to start off on. Lower level accounts can do it fairly easily. Giant mole lives underneath Falador Park. It's level 230 combat with 200 hit points. It's not poisonous, and it is poisonable, if that's a word. I don't think it is. Although it's not recommended to poison it because its mechanic of digging means it could turn up in a completely different part of the cave and die, and then you don't have time to get to the loot. I'll explain that mechanic in a bit. Its maximum hit is 21 with melee. It only uses melee, and you can block that attack 100% with the use of the protect melee prayer. Also, it's not aggressive, and when it does the digging mechanic that I mentioned earlier, it will lose aggression to the player attacking it, and it will just wander around, and then it will become aggressive, re-aggressive to the person who next attacks it. Requirements. The base stats that you should have are 70 attack and strength, and 43 prayer for protect melee. It's advised to have 70 prayer for piety as well. It'll really speed up kills and just make it a generally easier way of doing things, and obviously higher attack and strength levels will benefit you as well. So a little bit about how to get there and things you're going to need to get there. You're going to need to dig on one of the molehills in Falador Park, which you'll obviously need a spade for. You'll also need a light source, preferably an unextinguishable light source like a bullseye lantern or something like that. After the making friends with my arm quest, you can unlock a fire pit down there, which will provide light, and you no longer need a light source. The other main thing that isn't essential but is highly recommended is completion of the Falador diary up to level 3. This will give you the Falador shield, and if you have that in your inventory, you can see it in my inventory in the clip. If you have it in your inventory, when the mole burrows, it will show on the mini-map what direction it's in, and it hugely speeds up kills. Otherwise, you've got to literally just run around the whole place and try and find it for yourself. So now a little bit about the mechanics themselves. The mole is weak to stab, although that's not going to help much, as the most efficient way of killing it is to use a Darok set with low HP. So you get a super combat potion, you lower your health to 1 with the Dwarven Rock Cake, and you use a Darok set, and you'll be hitting, even with 70 strength, you'll be hitting 70s easily. I think the maximum I hit while I was there was a 96, which is my maximum. There's a clip of me hitting 91 as well. And the person that I was doing the kills with was hitting 60s and 70s quite frequently. So that's basically the best way of doing it. So the mechanic of digging that I was talking about earlier, basically after the mole has reached half health or less, every incoming attack that the mole takes, it has a 25% chance of it triggering the digging attack, or the digging mechanic, where it will dig, it will throw mud up onto your screen, If you don't have an unextinguishable light source, it'll snuff that out and you'll start getting attacked by bugs, which if you're on 1 HP is going to kill you straight away. And this is where the Falador shield comes into play, where it will give you a flashing arrow on the minimap showing you exactly where it's come up in the cave, and you can just run straight there rather than having to search the entire cave looking for it. So the last thing really to mention is the drops, which is why you're doing this sort of thing in the first place. You will always, every kill, get 1 mole claw and 1 to 3 at random mole skins. Which is the main reason why people kill them, because it's close to 10k, well, a minimum of 10k each kill, with the possibility of it being closer to 20k. There is obviously also the chance of the pet, which is a 1 in 3,000 chance, although obviously you're going to have to spend a fair bit of time there or be insanely lucky. I've done about 150 kills and obviously haven't seen it. The other thing that is good to note is that the Falador shield, which helps you get around the caves and find the mole, also notes your drops from level 3 onwards. So the claw and the skins will always be noted if you have that. The other drops will just be normal, but if you bring stuff like alch runes, you can alch whatever you need to and sort of minimise the sort of space you're taking up with those things. So that's about it for this video. I thought I'd start you off easy with something like the mole that even lower level players can do. We're going to be progressing on to some mini games like best ways to do pest control, barbarian assault, things like that, and also higher level bosses like bandos and things like that. If you enjoyed the video, then check out the 50 brimstone keys video that I did a couple of weeks ago. There's another one of those coming soon where I'm going to do about 120 odd, because that's what I've got left. And there'll be more bossing videos coming out soon. If you like the videos, then please subscribe and like and comment if you've got any suggestions on things you want me to have a look at, videos you'd like me to do, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.